Hey everyone, welcome to our new series, Scott's Small Business Journey. My name is Scott and I'm super excited to have you here. You may know me from my roles as the dummy, or the mailman, or even the government gangster. But usually I'm the man behind the camera, creating all the videos you see on our channel. A few months back, Will and I were discussing video ideas for our YouTube channel. And we decided it would be a good idea to help small businesses get their foot in the door of government contracting. We thought the best way to do that would be to take a complete newbie, me, and follow my journey through the very beginning, all the way through to completing my very first government contract. So here's a little bit about my business. Along with my wife, we've been photographers and videographers for the last 18 years. We've shot everything from commercials and TV pilots to music videos and whatever you want to call this. We've worked with individuals, celebrities, businesses, but we've never worked with the government. Right up front, I want to make it clear that this is not a get-rich scheme, and it's not going to be particularly easy. However, I believe it's worth it, and if you're willing to learn and willing to work hard, you will be rewarded. All right, so what's the game plan for this series? Well, we're looking at about 12 videos that will cover everything from forming your business and registering on SAM.gov to understanding NAICS codes and creating a capability statement. We'll also cover navigating pricing and how to prepare proposals, and probably a bunch of other things that I don't even know are down the road. Each video will break down a specific part of the process, making it easier for us to tackle these tasks one at a time. I like to think of it like building IKEA furniture. If you just follow the directions step by step, you'll eventually get to a finished product. Also, like IKEA, they use a lot of funny words that are fun to pronounce. This is all new territory for me. I'm motivated by the potential to grow my business, and honestly, I like a good challenge, so this should be fun. I know there's going to be a lot of hurdles and maybe even a few face plants, but I have a secret weapon. Whenever I run into something I can't figure out, I have access to the amazing amount of knowledge and wisdom from the experts at ASI Education. My hope is that as you embark on your own small business journey, you can take advantage of that same expertise. So let's talk about what excites me about this process and what keeps me up at night when it comes to federal government contracts. We'll start with the pros because it's always good to start on a high note. Number one, stable payments. The government pays its bills. No chasing down clients for payments. I've wasted an enormous amount of time in my videography business chasing clients trying to get them to pay their invoice. The government has strict payment schedules, which is a huge relief to me and especially to my wife, who is usually the one who has to make those awkward calls. Second is large contracts. Government contracts can be pretty substantial. Landing a big project can really boost your business and provide a steady stream of income. All right, number three is credibility. Working with the government adds a certain level of prestige to your business. It's like a badge of honor that says, I'm legit. Maybe even too legit to quit. Number four is growth opportunities. Once you get your foot in the door, there are many more opportunities for you to explore and many areas to expand your business into. Number five is small business advantages. Federal agencies are required to use small businesses whenever they can, so being small is an advantage. There are also regulations that make it easier for the government to work with disadvantaged small businesses, businesses that are owned by women or disabled veterans or other socially disadvantaged people groups. The government is practically begging to work with your small business. All right, let's talk about some cons. The first, and by far the most obvious, is that it's a complex process. The fact that we're making this video series is because working with the government can be so complicated. To some extent, you will have to learn to speak a new language, and there are a ton of regulations to follow. Number two is high competition. The competition is fierce. You're not the only one eyeing these contracts, and some big companies have a lot of resources at their disposal to compete for these contracts. You have to figure out how to differentiate your business. However, being small is one of your biggest advantages here. Number three is rules and regulations. The regulations are honestly the scariest part for me. I mean, look at this FAR. It's huge. There's so much in there. On the flip side, however, it's nice to have complete access to the rule book that your potential clients have to follow. You can use these regulations to your advantage. And the other great thing is that with ASI Education behind you, we can get through this. And finally, the timelines can be long. From bidding to getting the contract awarded and starting work, it can take a while. So patience is definitely a virtue here. Don't quit your day job. All that being said, I firmly believe that it's worth it. Ryan Holiday said, "The obstacle in the path becomes the path." Never forget, with every obstacle is an opportunity to improve our condition. I love this quote. For me, it tells me that the obstacles that will make this journey difficult are the very obstacles that will differentiate you from everyone else that wouldn't take the time to overcome them. You can do this, and the reward is worth the work. All right, let's dive into the first big step, choosing the right business structure. Whether you are starting from scratch or you already have a business that works in the private sector, this is very important. There are a few options out there. There's sole proprietorship, partnerships, LLCs, corporations. Each of these has its pros and cons. For example, an LLC, or a limited liability corporation, which is what I've chosen, can protect your personal assets, while a sole proprietorship is easier to set up. It's important to pick the one that fits your needs best. Quick disclaimer here, I'm not a lawyer or a tax expert, so it's a good idea to consult with your own lawyer or accountant when you're making this decision. All right, once you've decided on your business structure, the next step is registering your business with the state authorities. This usually involves some paperwork and some fees. Gather all the necessary documents, things like your business name, address, and details of the owners, and follow your state's specific process. Don't worry if it takes a bit of time, this is all part of the journey. Depending on your state and the nature of your business, you might need some specific licenses and permits. These can range from general business licenses to more specific ones for your industry. For example, Arizona requires a special license for fortune tellers. If you're a fortune teller, maybe government contracting isn't the greatest idea. On the other hand, anyway, a good resource is your state's business licensing website. Keep track of what you need and make sure that you stay on top of renewal dates. It's all about staying compliant and ready to operate smoothly. It's also a good idea to look into any insurance you may need for your business. Again, talk to a lawyer or accountant about that. All right, so that's a wrap for today. We've covered a lot, from why federal contracts are a great opportunity to how to get your business officially up and running. Remember, I'm learning alongside you, and we're in this together. If you found this video helpful, please hit that subscribe button, give it a thumbs up or a like, and I would love to hear any comments with any questions or topics you'd like me to cover. I don't know what I don't know yet, so if you have any questions, it would be a great help for me. Join me for the next video where I'll walk you through the process of registering with SAM.gov step by step. If you want to get a head start, you can go to the link in the description to look through all of the info that you will need to gather to complete your SAM.gov registration. Thanks. See you soon.